Hi, welcome back to another episode of Hearth and Apron. I am Jackie and I am a homemaker who likes to make inspiring content to help you get through your to-do list and to still have some fun. Now today's episode is a clean and decorate with me as with a back-to-school flair. I have always decorated for the first day of school for my daughter, but I thought because this being my first year having a channel that I would just kind of go a little bit extra with it. I mean, why not, right? And so I have some really awesome DIY decor ideas that are budget friendly that I am just thrilled to show you. I also have a sweet treat that is just super easy to make, but just kind of makes it a little bit special and a little bit extra. And I feel like kids need that little extra this year with how crazy their school year is with everything going on. So I thought that it would be really fun to share with you. But before I can get to any of this, I have to clean this all up. Luckily right now it's not too messy, but it still needs to be cleaned up. I do not like to decorate in a dirty space. It just super bothers me. And so let's get this going. So this is my apple leaf candle. It is one of the last candles I was able to get my hands on before Gold Canyon Candles closed permanently this year. So I'm really excited to finally be able to burn it because it has that perfect fall scent. I always feel like fall smells like apples and cinnamon to me. I don't know, those are the smells I associate. But I'm really sad that I don't have somewhere else to go now. Where do you guys get your candles from? Where do you suggest? You may notice that I'm not doing as many voiceovers in this episode, and that is because this weekend and this last week I've just been having some severe technical issues. If you're on my Instagram, you have heard all about it. And so I'm just kind of going to let us just jam out to the music for the most part and come in when I need to. This is our conch shell that we got in Hawaii many years ago, and you are supposed to be able to blow it, and it's a beautiful, really loud noise, but as you can see, my daughter and I both fail. She did way better than I did, but oops. All right, time to get back to work. Can you tell my dog Emma does not like the vacuum? I eventually had to put her away in the room. She just would not try to stop attacking it. I think she thinks it's a monster. If you are wondering when we are going to get to the decor and that fun recipe, it is going to be a little bit later. It's more towards the end. As I said earlier, I really want to make sure that we are dealing with a fresh, clean space before we go to decorate.
The thing that I got on my mind, how the world's making people go blind. Solitary, ordinary, don't sit well with my gut. It's so strange, I'm not holding my tongue. Radio making me feel so numb. Stolen beats, they're on repeat, but come on, don't we all wanna be someone?
As you can see, we've removed most of the stuff from the coffee bar, so I'm just going to show you what we have here. We've got the sugar, cinnamon, we keep honey. These are some marshmallows in case we make hot cocoa or something of the like. These are some tea bags I get from David's Tea because we drink a lot of loose tea. There's also some sugar cubes, as well as chocolate spoons, which are really fun because they kind of dissolve into your coffee or cocoa. And so we have those in there too. On the other side, in this big white container, we actually have our cocoa itself. And then over here we have, this is where we keep the spoons for tea and our honey spoon. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and make myself a cup of my favorite tea, which is Saigon Chai from David's Tea. And I just absolutely love it, not only just because it tastes so amazing, but the smell alone is just outstanding. So in case you're curious how I make my chai, I go ahead and put this water in here with 1 tablespoon of loose leaf tea for 4 minutes. I don't like to do it too much longer than that, or sometimes it can get bitter and over steeped. But then after that, I strain it, add a little bit of cream. If I have whipped cream, I add that on top as well, and it just kind of makes it the pièce de résistance. Like, it's perfect. And just like that, tea time's over and it's back to work.
Wanna be someone. Wanna be someone. Wanna be someone. Don't we all wanna be someone? God, it's killing me, but I just wanna be a millionaire. And my worst enemy, but I just wanna be a millionaire. 18 karat stuff just to feel it. Pretty diamond rocks 'cause I need it. God, it's killing me, but I just wanna be a millionaire. A millionaire. That I'll be fine. You're seeing you around. Stayed away from falling down, but now I hit the ground.
So to wash the dishes today, I'm going to be using my Mrs. Meyer's apple cider scented dish soap. I really like this scent. As I told you earlier, for fall to me is apples and cinnamon, so it just is right on point. Have you ever used this scent before? Let me know in the comments down below.
To put my feelings to the side, drifted away into the tide, but now it's baby bye bye. I know. Let go, let it go. I know. Let go, let it go. All these people in this crowd think they're all missing out. I guess they used to be me, but now I just wanna leave. I just wanna leave. 'Cause you know I really tried to put my feelings to the side, drifted away into the tide.
clean the sink. Now, this is always such a satisfying chore for me. Once it's done, I just feel like I've really accomplished something. Does cleaning the sink really feel accomplishing to you? Hack I learned from Amanda from This Crazy Life. If you put a couple drops of essential oil into your drain and then do a splash of water after you're done cleaning your sink and washing your dishes, it will make your entire kitchen smell amazing. I am using lemon scent today, but another scent that I really love is lime.
Pretty eyes, pretty lips. You know they told me you will fall too easily, but guess I like a quick fix. It's just not that I don't listen, it's just the way you're coming so close to me. It's just not that I don't feel the tension, it's just the way I want you to come closer.
Skip in and out of the painting of this because I just kind of want to give you the general idea of how I got this done.
Don't matter if I wanna stay. You know they talk about you when you're not here, but they don't even know your name. It's just not that I don't listen, it's just the way you're coming so close to me. It's not that I don't feel the tension, it's just the way I want you to come closer. Go ahead, yeah, go ahead. Go and break my little heart, yeah, break my little heart. I don't care, no, I don't care. Either way I fall apart. Would you break my, would you break my, would you break my, would you break my, break my, would you 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 break my, break my, would you break my. You know they want me, but you're sweet, sweet talking. You know they told me you would fall too easily, but I guess I like a quick fix. Go ahead, yeah, go ahead. Go and break my little heart, yeah, break my little heart. I don't care, no, I don't care. Either way I fall apart. Would you break my, would you break my, would you break my, would you break my, break my, would you 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 break my, break my, would you break my.
Didn't the signs turn out awesome? The pencil was without question my favorite. Let me know in the comments down below what was your favorite. And then we're off to do my favorite area to decorate in the house. You guessed it, the coffee bar! So I am just gonna go ahead and take some sunflowers and just mingle them in here with the sign I made and some apples, and just to kind of give it that, you know, same kind of sunflower apple-y feel for that back to school vibe. I'm also going to add some yellow and red sprinkles. And now all of these sunflowers that I'm going to use in the different projects tonight came from one set that I got for $15 from Amazon. And so I will have those linked below, as well as the apples. And the thing is that was cool about the apples is I obviously didn't use all of them, and I intend to take the leftovers and turn them into poisoned apples for Halloween.
Tell your friends I will be just fine. Don't need no therapist. There's nothing like wine.
This is a tea organizer that I picked up on Amazon, and I really like it because it separates out the different kinds of teas I have and makes it easier for me to find things. And it's also got this nice cover, so I feel like it's a little bit more clean. The only thing that I will say against it is that it came cracked, and I'm really bummed about that because I actually had to wait for this one, and I think we've all become a little bit spoiled with that Amazon Prime shipping, and when I have to wait a couple weeks for something and it comes broken, it's really disappointing. Either way, I will leave this link down below. Make sure to check it out. So I had to ask, I know it's kind of rare to do like a back to school decorate with you. Is this something that you enjoy? Do you decorate for back to school? Do you do anything special to just kind of make it a little bit extra? Let me know in the comments down below. I want to know all about what you do. I am just going to go ahead and take some of those same sunflowers that I put in my coffee bar area and just kind of work them into these willow vine things that I have up on top of my blinds, and just kind of see if I can add in a couple pops of color. Let me know down below what you think.
Meant to love no one, but baby, I saw you for a second and I'm happy that you came my way. Don't wanna waste no time without you ever brightening up my days. Never meant to fall so hard. Oh, love of mine, I don't wanna die, knowing that you're not beside me. Love of mine, love me for a while.
To finish off the decorations in the living room, I'm going to use my earlier pillowcases that I already had that I put up for summer, and I'm going to pair them with this like apple green blanket on the back that I really feel says fall. I really love the color. And then I'm going to take this little basket that I've had for years and take some of those leftover sunflowers and an apple and things of that nature and kind of make a little arrangement for my table here.
Trying to keep my focus right. Every glimpse of you deserts me. You're all I think about sometimes. But baby, I saw you for a second and I'm happy that you came my way. Don't wanna waste no time without you ever brightening up my days. Never meant to fall so hard.
On top of my pantry is the last little section that I am going to decorate. I'm just going to take out these little twirly sticks that I had in here in this like little pretty vase and replace the batteries for the light bulbs that are inside of it. I also have these dried roses that my husband had given me, and I like to save my dried flowers for October because I think that they make a wonderful Halloween decoration. So you'll see that I start to hang up and keep all of my dried flowers from this point on. to use for decoration for later. Whoops, not quite the last. I also have this little mason jar vase that I made by just spray painting a mason jar red and then adding a piece of twine and a couple leaves that I cut out of paper. And then I'm going to take all of the leftover sunflowers from that $15 bundle I told you about and just make a small bouquet for on top of the table. I did originally pick sunflowers locally, but they died before my episode got out. Sorry guys. Okay, so now it's time to start baking. We are going to make apple pie bites. We are actually only going to make 6, so it's not going to be a lot of ingredients and it's super easy to make. You're gonna see here I have 2 apples and I kind of cut it out a little bit, but I do end up chopping up and preparing 2 apples. My advice to you, that's way too much, dice up 1. And then after that, you are going to add 1 teaspoon of sugar, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, and 1/4 to 1/8 of a teaspoon of cardamom and a dash of nutmeg. Now you're gonna see that what I did in this video is a little different, and that's because I had 2 different apples in there. So make sure that you want to reduce down to the numbers that I just gave you as opposed to what you're seeing me do in the video. After that pie mix is made and you are also going to want to add 1 tablespoon of melted butter and just mix this in with your apple mixture. And by doing so, you kind of make it have that rich taste of a normal apple pie. But if you were to add your butter individually into each individual pie, it kind of gets overwhelming. So you want to make sure to do it this way. After you've got all those ingredients in, just go ahead and stir up that apple mix and set it aside for about an hour because you kind of want it to start to create a little bit of its own juices made from that sugar within the apple mixture. So while you're doing that, you can go ahead and get your whole area ready because then we are going to start to bring out our Pillsbury pie crust. Now you can do this with normal pie crust, but I wanted to make this as easy as possible. So what you're going to do is just take one of the crusts out. You're going to get it as flat as you can and cut as many apples as you can. If you're going to make 6, you will need 12 apples cut out. So that is what I did, and you're just going to see me work out the dough, and then afterwards we're going to decorate it with these different yellow and red sprinkles and a little bit of this green dust, like it's like a sugar dust that you can put on top so that it kind of gives it more of that little apple look. Everybody really loved the way these apples turned out. Apple pie bites. If you try these at home, let me know how they turn out. Tag me on Instagram so I can see your pictures. By the way, if you're wondering what this little mat is that I'm rolling everything out on, I got it on Amazon and I cannot rave about it enough. I used to use parchment paper to roll out all of my dough. No more. I had no mess, or at least it was really easy to clean up. I could just take it over to the sink and it stuck to my cutting board so that it didn't slide around. I totally love it. It's linked below. Once you've got all the pie filling made and your apple pie bites are cut out, you're just going to go ahead and put a small teaspoon to a tablespoon on top of each little pie bite, and then take this second top crust and put it on top. Then you're going to take your fork and go around the edges and kind of make sure to combine both of the edges so that your pie filling doesn't fall out. And make sure to poke the top so that you have some venting. Once everything's ready, you're going to throw it into your oven at 350 degrees for about 10 to 11 minutes. You're going to notice things are going to start to slightly brown on top. What do you think, guys? Don't they look pretty? This is the end of our episode today. I hope that you really enjoyed it, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe down below for more fun content coming your way. Let me know what you thought about our decor ideas, what you thought about our little mini pie bites, and just let me know more about you. I want to get to know you. Anyways, I will see you in the next episode, and thanks again for joining me.